Welcome back. We finally made it to Mexico, and in this video we're going to show you how we got here and all the preparation it takes to cross the border with your vehicle and the dog.
You could do us a huge favor and like this video. May as well just do it now, you're going to enjoy it. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, because you're going to want to see more of us and all of the places that we go in Mexico. And leave us a comment if you have any recommendations for places that we should go in Mexico, South America, Central America, really anywhere in the world. We're down to check it out. So
we hope you guys enjoy this video.
We got me these sunglasses because if you remember, my other sunglasses were no bueno anymore, but these ones are really cheap at some like tourist trap type store, and I actually hate them because they touch my eyeballs when I'm wearing them.
Not your eyeballs.
My eyelashes. But Woody's came through after I contacted them to ask about repairing the ones that I had, and they were like, we'll just send you a replacement pair for free. So that's awesome. Thanks to Woody's, and now I got good sunglasses. And I got some Glittens for skiing and snowboarding a while back, and I finally got an opportunity to test them when I was skiing at Santa Fe the other day. So now I can donate my old gloves because they're not as good as the Glittens, and I'm going to donate these sunglasses too. We're preparing to cross into Mexico finally, but we have a bunch of last minute things that we realize we need to take care of in the next couple of days before we actually cross the border. The first thing I need to do is get a typhoid vaccine, so we're here at CVS. I'm going to go into the Minute Clinic and get that taken care of.
We also have to make sure Loki is ready to cross the border. And I think he's ready. He has his rabies vaccine and everything up to date, but we usually give him heartworm preventative medication and tick and flea preventative medication, or just tick, I don't know. And we ran out. So we're going to stop at Petco and take him to the VET. Shh.
Don't tell Loki.
And get him a prescription for those medications and stock up on them before we enter south of the border, and see if they recommend anything else. I think that he also might need a booster of his Lyme and Lepto vaccines, so we've got to find his paperwork.
Hey buddy, it's your turn for appointment. This is how we get greeted when we come home, if Loki's in here. Groceries.
Thanks.
Good job, buddy.
We just went into T-Mobile, that's who we have for cell phone providers, and asked them about their international service because it does include international service, the plan we're on, but there's fine print that says not for extended use, and the primary network must be US based. We basically went in there to see if they can unlock our phones. We have to call a phone number and do that, and we're going to switch to a different cell phone provider that gives us more data and costs less.
Thanks, Google. So while we're waiting for a couple of last minute Amazon packages to come in, we took the opportunity to clean the inside of the van, and we're cleaning the outside of the van too, picking up some trash before we head to the Mexican border.
When we head into town today, there are a couple other things we need to do before we cross into Mexico. We need to make photocopies of our passports and driver's licenses and probably dog paperwork. We need to fill out the FMM before we can cross the border. So maybe we should print that as well?
Probably.
So we gotta do that. And then hopefully tomorrow we'll be ready. packages. We filled our external hard drive, so we decided to get another one because it really slows us down if the laptop is full. So we transfer all of our old videos to an external hard drive. This is just the case for it.
So far we've made almost 4 terabytes of video file in like a year or two? 2 years, I think. How long have we been doing YouTubes?
I think almost
You guys
2
can
years.
scroll all the way back to our first video and
Yeah,
let us know.
I think about 2 years.
In that time, a 4 terabyte hard drive has about halved in size, which is interesting. So we got a new version of the same one, and it fits in like half the space.
Most important is this package. Before we head south of the border, we wanted to make sure we had spare water filters with us. We just changed 2 of them out in September.
Our water filters are down there. We've got a coarse, a fine, and reverse osmosis.
But one of them needs to be changed out like every 6 months, and the next one is every year. So we got a 1-year package of water filters from Waterdrop.
We're still doing last minute things before we cross the border into Mexico. We gotta get water, which we got some water last night, but we want to make sure that it's absolutely full to the tippity top. Because you gotta pay for water pretty much everywhere in Mexico, which is fine, but we're gonna get it for free while we can. Then we gotta drive up the street and get an oil filter. And we're gonna top off the DEF, and we're going to get some windshield juice because we've been out for days and there are bugs everywhere. What do you feel?
Cold. How
Oh.
do you feel?
What about crossing your border today?
There's just a lot of things going on in my head to try to figure out if we've done everything we need to do.
Like what?
Like, we've got to get the FMM, which we can do at the border. Insurance, we have to figure that out. Maybe you can do that while I'm driving. That's probably it.
That's a lot of things.
Price of eggs
What is the price of eggs?
in Mexico. Hopefully cheaper than here.
Eggs cost in Mexico?
Yeah. Yo no sé. Spanish.
If you had to describe it in 4 words, crossing the border to Mexico.
Preparation. Anxiety, because we were not prepared. Excitement. Suspense. What are your 4 words
I like big butts.
about Mexico?
Yeah. I feel excited and relieved and I don't know what the word is for this feeling that you get when you don't really know what to expect about a thing, but it's like a good kind of nervousness, whatever that word is. I'm sure the Germans have one. Hopeful. So we just stepped into O'Reilly. I got some windshield sauce, some exhaust sauce, a smiling wife, a dog who doesn't know what's going on, an oil filter. The oil filter is for later, but I'm going to install the DEF and the windshield juice right now. You can only get like 32 degrees Fahrenheit juice. Do you want some?
No thanks. The nice thing about the Sprinter is we can fit the full jug.
Why did they ever make reservoirs that were smaller than the container?
I don't know. Why did they make containers that were bigger than the reservoirs?
That was the dumbest miscommunication. And it persisted for decades.
The old rock method.
Yeah. Hit him with the stone. Fuck!
Ha!
Usually they have a straw.
Can you go buy a filter in there?
A filter?
I mean, a funnel?
Then what?
Funnel
Return
it in. No, just keep it.
What if I just do this very carefully?
What if we have to get the bottles like that in South America?
Now I think everything's like fully full. We got
Thanks.
fuel, right?
Yeah. We're here in Ajo, Arizona. We had to take a pee break and I had to mail out a couple of things while we're still in the US. I think it's about 45 minutes-ish from here to the border. Do you want to give an update?
We've driven for another 20 minutes.
I got hungry. We are at Oregon Pipe Cactus National Monument, National Park? Something. Getting some breakfast and
It says National Monument, Arizona.
National Monument, Arizona. And just getting paperwork and everything together for the border. And then we'll hit the road.
You get Mexican insurance right there.
We just went through the border. They did a quick inspection of the van, opened up some drawers, checked things out. And now I guess we're good to go. Rob just took our passports to go get our tourist visa permit. And Loki and I are hanging out in the van until we're ready to go.
We're officially in Mexico. Well, I guess we're physically. Mindy is filling out documentation to get her visa, but Loki doesn't have to do anything, and I already finished my part of it. So we're just waiting for her. It should take another minute. And then we go to actual Mexico, which is over there. Don't tell them anything?
We got our stamps. We're officially in Mexico.
Make sure that you get 2 stamps.
One in your passport and one on your Visa card.
Unless you're not leaving Baja.
Not your Visa debit card or credit card, but like this Mexican Visa permit.
If you stay within Baja or 20 kilometers of the border, you don't have to fill out the immigration forms.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so you don't really have to do anything. You just show your passport. It's kind of like going to Canada. But if you go into like real Mexico, you have to do all this. So we just did it now because we're here. And the only thing we didn't do was import the van, which we can do in a couple weeks, maybe? I don't even know.
Once
a
we
week?
leave Baja.
Yeah, whenever we leave Baja.
Now we're gonna head to Puerto Penasco.
It's that way.
South.
We'll see you there.